minus 20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay. Rep your city. Let me see the mic. Rep your city. Give me the mic. Rep your city. I got you. Rep your city. I'm gonna tell you about mine. Rep your city.
It's time for us to go live, so rep your city. I really would appreciate if y'all roll with me. Feeling this music cause it makes me wanna step. And if you don't want it to, then you lying to yourself. Cause every time we party, we gon' have fun. I don't know about you, but I'ma rep where I'm from.
Rep your city. Okay. Rep your city. Let me see the mic. Rep your city. Give me the mic. Rep your city.
Welcome to the RYC Live Show. This is Rep Your City Fresh Fridays. My name is Artistic, and we do this each and every Friday night at 8 p.m. And so tonight, we're back again with another fresh episode of Rep Your City Fresh Fridays. So we want to just encourage everyone that's tuning in, if you can take some time right now to please share this broadcast, share it to a friend, share it to a family member or a crewmate, or just share it to anyone that you think might be interested in being a part of this discussion. We make history every day, and as we do it right here on this platform, it's available for you to see, for you to enjoy, for you to share. Because again, it's for us, by us. And my name, once again, is Artistic. And I want to send a shout out to my team, Mr. RYC Live himself, Lady Alicia, and all of our affiliates and other team members that work behind the scenes. We want to all thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And even more importantly, all of you who's tuning in each and every Friday to show your love and support. We thank you. Continue to keep up the good work. And if you like this programming that you get from us every week, show us with some love. Show us some monetary donations. We have our Cash App that you can send funds to, which is RYC Live. That's a Cash App, RYC Live. Okay, you can do that, or you can reach out to us personally. Hit us up. We're on Facebook, where we have our YouTube channel, Rep Your City RYC Live on Facebook, on Instagram, RYC Live Show, and our YouTube channel is RYC Live. All right. Also, too, please subscribe to our channel if you have not done so already. Go to our channel, RYC Live, and hit that subscription button. Subscribe, keep in tune, you know what I'm saying? And also engage with us. Let us know what you think about the programming. Send us a message. Even tonight, if you like, you can send us a message as we have our guests in the backstage area right now. And so if you'd like to engage, send us a question or a comment. You know what I'm saying? Let us know you're out there. Don't just tune in and watch, but engage with us. That's what this is all about. Rep your city. Okay. So without further ado, I'd like to bring out our guest. This is a homegirl that's been putting in work. And to me, one of my favorites in Chicago, because she was a part of the Ill State Assassins. Okay, and you had to be a pretty dope MC in order to be down with those family members, right? You know what I'm saying? And they were also one of my favorite groups of artists from Chicago that was running things independently. They were doing a lot of great stuff independently. Even though they had crews within the crew, there were a lot of dope artists doing things independently. And I just want to tip my hat off to all the members in the Ill State family, like as they say, ill for life, right? So we're going to get into some history tonight. We have the one and only what should I say? What can I say? What can you say? First of all, do you all know who we have in the backstage area? So let's bring her out. Her name is Devilla Tha Duchezz, and she's going to tell her story tonight. Welcome, 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 welcome to the RYC Live show this evening.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing great, and now I'm doing even better because we have you live.
Yes.
So
Say,
how you been?
I'm feeling a little ill today, pun
Okay,
intended.
okay,
But I
okay.
just got my mask on my face, to be respectful to everybody else. With
That's
that's
what's
a
up.
little bit close to me.
I see
But
you
how are
rocking.
you?
I'm doing
And
good.
thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And I see
All
you
right.
rocking the Ill Stay shirt.
No, I gotta represent.
Yeah, yeah,
Shortest one in the crew. I'm the shortest one in the crew. I gotta represent.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's get right into this because again, as I mentioned off the record, this is very important to us at the museum. It's important to Chicago, and it's important to up and coming people to know that people like yourself have put in work. And so we want this to be a segment that can encourage people. It might be somebody tuning in right now that's watching, trying to wonder what should they do. Should they get in the game or what? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or maybe they really want to get in and they just don't know how. So we want
Mhm.
we want you to share your experiences and words of wisdom and advice that can perhaps help someone that's well on their way trying to get in the gate. Okay. But
All
before
righty.
before we get into all of that, we want to go
Mhm.
all the way back to your beginnings, how you kind of got involved in this thing. Some people have everybody's story is different. Some
Mhm.
people stumbled across this. Some people pioneered. Like we have a lot of people that were kind of like in the forefront, so to speak. Because depending on where you're from and who you are,
Mhm.
you could be one that was cultivating this thing from the ground, right?
Right.
So tell us, how did you get involved in the game?
Okay. Well, I am the product of a singing father and an artist mom. So my
Okay.
mom could draw and my dad could sing, you know. I mean that man could sing. I mean, his nickname was the house rocker.
Okay.
So I'm his one and only daughter, so here we go.
Okay.
But that's where naturally all started. But I probably started to write poetry like in like second grade. That's when I knew I could rhyme.
Okay.
And that's when I knew that that's what I wanted to do. So we're gonna flash forward some time, and I got introduced to MC Light, and I said I want to do that. That's what I want to do. This is what I was born to do right here. So I took some pen to the paper. I actually had formed a little kid group. It was me and a couple of other girls. We
Uh-huh.
called ourselves the Lady Devastators, and I used to write like for everybody. And then I also beatbox.
Oh,
Devilla could beatbox too.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. So and then as in preparing us for the little stuff that we used to do like around the town, I'm just realizing that hey, I sound pretty good doing this too. So I decided that. Plus, they was always nervous all the time.
Hmm.
So it's like you do it, Shanice. You do it. Back then I was Shanice.
Okay.
You know, that's my real name, but they call me
Okay.
Shanice. You do it. You do it, Shanice. You do it. I can't do it. You do it.
Yeah.
So after hearing that so many times, I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Hmm.
And in a little town called Searcy, Arkansas, is probably where I went and was in like my first little contest. I had my first rap battle there, and I was winning stuff, so I loved it. Uh, my mom moved me and my little brother back to Chicago. I
Okay.
think we came back to the city like 1990,
Okay.
and KX and I had a
Hmm.
mutual friend named Melanie.
Hmm.
Melanie was actually my neighbor on a block that we lived on. Shout
Hmm.
out to you, Melanie. and the Salisburys. Actually, Melanie's family used to own the airbrush store that was down in Jewtown,
Whoa,
Salisbury's.
whoa, whoa,
Right.
whoa, whoa,
Where
whoa, whoa,
Ryan
whoa.
used to work.
Hold on,
Uh
hold
huh.
on, hold on.
Uh
So
huh.
wait a minute.
Uh huh.
I was wondering when I heard that last name. So wait, so was she related to Fred?
Yes, that's Fred's niece. Yep.
I knew there was some kind of connection, but I
Yep.
wasn't sure. I wasn't
Uh huh.
sure. Okay, go right ahead.
Right. So she she introduced me to KX. Unbeknownst to me at the time, Riot was also working for the company Salisbury. He
Eh,
also sprays for them.
exactly.
Okay, so she was like, "Oh, I know these guys and they rap, and you just got to meet them. They gotta see you. I think y'all would be good together." So she arranged for all of us to meet each other, and probably almost as soon as I said maybe like 6 bars, KX was like, we taking you to the circle. So pretty much that was, on my way to the ill because that's how we got recruited in. Like seriously in the circle. You had to stand in the middle of that circle
Yeah.
and show what you had. Okay, so fast forward in the time I did that. I was so nervous
Hmm.
because I'm like, you know, just being a female, and I don't think I've ever been soft, like ever at all.
Yeah.
I never was, you know, it was just always like hard punches
Yeah.
from the gut.
Yeah.
That's like me. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I hope they like it.
Yeah.
So I had a hood on. I stood in the middle of them, and then once I took my hood off, I just started to rap this verse. Next thing you know, you see people knocking desks over. They knocking desks over. Oh. They let me in. Long story short, I got in,
Right.
and I really I got developed. That's where I got developed. The bud was already on the flower,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
but it really got cultivated and developed there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I think I was like 15.
okay.
I was like 15. I had a 2-year-old son. My mom had just passed. His dad had just passed, and finding ill state kind of kept me out of the trouble that I probably could have got in without having something positive to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I didn't just look at ill state as an experience. It was like a sanctuary for me, a safe haven, if you will.
Okay.
Saying that I was only 16.
Okay. Now
Yep.
let's take a few moments, and then we'll let you pick back up to
Mhm.
acknowledge some of the comments coming in here.
Okay.
We got Giovanna. She says "ill for life."
All right. Love you, JoJo. Ill for life.
And then we got my man Dean checking in. He says "funky fresh."
All right. How
Yeah,
you doing, Dean?
and then we got Mr. RYC Live himself checking in. He says, "I love me some Devilla."
Yes. See, love you back. Rep your city. Rep your
Okay.
city. Yeah.
And then he says another dope Chicago femc.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then we got brother Di checking in.
Hey there, Di. That's my Brody right there.
Yeah,
What's cracking, Brody? Ill for life. You know how we do. Me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to high school with Kingdom Rock,
Mm-hmm.
Prodigy. Um, we went. Knowledge was there. Image was there. Toxic was there. You know what I'm saying? So we were family many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Dunbar had a very nice, and I know some people be like, why you ain't say my name? But it's so many, Color was
Yeah.
there, Rick was there, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So many that went to Dunbar. And I didn't even live in that area. I grew up on 101st right off of State.
Okay.
But of course, like I'm glad we made that decision to go there because most of my family went to Dunbar. I
Mm-hmm.
went to Dunbar High School.
Okay.
And I'm glad that I went. And I know everybody whatever school you went to, you're gonna represent your school. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Whatever high school you went to, you're gonna represent, and you always felt your school was the best, right?
Yeah.
And which rightfully so. If that's where you went, you know, it's just like your house. You're gonna represent your house. You're gonna represent your hood. You're gonna represent your crew.
Right. All day, every day.
So, but I was so thankful to be in the midst of a lot of those brothers and sisters. Oh, we got Lady Jim Star checking in. Shout out to Lady Jim Star.
Hey there, LGS. That's my girl right there. I still love her. She know it.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, and I'm saying all that to say because I felt like many of us, some of us met before high school, but many
Mhm.
of us met in high school.
Right.
And that really was where the kickoff was for a lot of us to even still some of us still being friends to this day. You
Mhm.
know, so I appreciate hearing what you just said about, you know, Ill State was like a sanctuary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Riot was pretty close back then.
Mhm.
And I remember, you know, we used to go get markers together and paint together and draw together. Sometimes I would come
Mhm.
to his crib, sometimes he would come to my crib. And you know, the brother was talented even way back then.
Mhm.
Okay, you know, and you know, and everybody had a special talent. At the time, before I was, you know, was aware of you, you
Mhm.
know, I remember Ange 13, you
Mhm.
know, being the only woman in the crew at that time,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
know, and then it was just like, wow, you know, and she was a dope MC, you
Yes.
know. But then when I heard you, I was just like, man, like I was trying to wonder. I was, oh, we lost a little, but we back on now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was I was trying to wonder like how is this group recruiting all these dope artists?
Mhm.
You know, because even EC, like, you know, it didn't it was I was like, wait a minute, how this guy come and he's not even a brother and yet he's dope just as dope. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like what in the world is going on here? But you know, but I also know too that some of us, just like my brother, Mr. RYC Live, another dope MC, he was a
Mhm.
part of a conglomerate of dope artists as well. Chicago pretty much had the ingredients to just stir up in the pot to just make cats dope.
Yes. Yes.
So let's get into talking a little bit about as you came up in those beginning years of
Mhm.
developing with the crew, what that was like, especially, and you coming from a perspective of one being a female
Mhm.
that's dominated because you know this thing was, you know, a lot of women at the time was not, you know, into doing this with a lot of us guys.
Right.
So you had to really find your place, and
Mhm.
you know, and some people in some cases was like, nah, you ain't cut for this, right? But you know,
Mhm.
you had to kind of like let them know that I am, you know. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about how that was for you in those early days.
Well, I think I battle rap. I'm just gonna say battle rap. That's like my background. So
Yeah.
it's like I was born to battle.
Okay.
So I think that just comes through. I'm an Aries too.
Okay.
So that's why this is so dope that this is happening for me in Aries season. So
Okay.
yeah, my
Okay. Okay.
birthday is actually Tuesday, April 9th. So being
Wow.
the ram that I am, uh, I just went in there with the personality that I had. You know, I was always like that Tom girl on the block. I could run faster. I could, I had a nice little layup. Poor girl.
Hmm.
But it's like Shanice, you got to really play. You don't have to let her win because she's gonna definitely try.
Right.
It was challenging, but I learned so much from so many different styles.
Yeah.
And they didn't show me any mercy or oh, she's a girl, let's go easy on her. You know, we used to do what we called drills, not what they do these days, but we were actually, it would be like a freestyle session,
Hmm.
and we would do stuff like coffee pot, the lamp, Lysol, Pine Sol, and then you had to do your verse about whatever it is that we spit out there. So that made you quick. That made you quick on the draw. So it's like I learned so much on how to be an assassin, an experienced assassin when it comes to to these lyrics. How important the words are, how important that wordplay is.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of times where I would come to the table and they like, okay,
Right.
let me go ahead. We're gonna try to rewrite that with Divine. We didn't know you was gonna come like that. But it's like you gotta expect that, you know.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to definitely prove to them that I deserve to be there. Definitely prove to them that I deserve to wear this gown on my chest.
Yeah.
You know, and I really just the love period is very solid. Whole bunch of talent, mad chemistry. It's just like those was like some of the best days of my life.
Wow.
Seriously,
Wow.
as a coming up in the game, for some of the best days of my life. I like to sit back and think about that. It makes me happy.
Now, in the beginning, because this is what I was hearing even before I got a chance to meet you,
Mhm.
I was hearing your name Divine,
Mhm.
right? So, how did that come to be, and what prompted you to develop your name to what it is today? Obviously, some of us have more than one name, but
Mhm.
how did that happen for you in the beginning?
Well, we actually gonna credit that to the house rocker. I mentioned him at the beginning. That's the guy that carried me around. So my daddy actually gave me the name Divine. The story
Okay.
was told to me that he looked at me and he said, "Oh, she's simply divine." Like
Okay.
seriously,
Okay.
as cliche as that sounds, like that's how it happened. For a long time, I don't think I appreciated my middle name. But once I really learned the meaning behind it, and then I started to rap, I just wanted something meaningful.
Okay.
I just wanted something meaningful, and then something that came from me, and then the bars that I was kicking, simply divine, you know,
Hmm.
little
Okay.
Sarah Bond, you know.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
so divine was given to me by my father, pretty
Okay.
much,
Okay.
and then Devilla came about because that's divine plus Illa.
Yes.
So once I got named Devilla, you know, I didn't want to call myself anything else. The
Gotcha.
Duchess I added on as I got a little primed. We got a lot of queens of the city. You know, I want to share my space with everybody, so I don't have a problem with calling myself the Duchess of the Ghetto.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Dope. Dope.
Hmm.
So,
Oh,
okay.
wait a minute. And well, I started as the Divine One,
Okay.
but then I thought that was like, I'm like, maybe that's too much. Because
Okay.
when I was hearing them introduce me as the divine one, I don't know if I like exactly how that sounds. So I'm just cut it short and make it divine.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Now, how would you describe, just for the record,
Hmm.
your particular style of rhyme?
Um, rough,
Okay.
very very rough. Uh, lyrical.
Okay.
It's gonna definitely have lots of wordplay in it.
Okay.
So let me see. I'm trying to come up with something clever to say.
Okay.
It's kind of like a Brillo pad. You know
Okay.
how like it's got the stuff, it's got all the essentials in it. You can, you know, it gets the dirt off, it gets the grit off, but it
Nice.
don't cut your hand.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, so rugged and never smooth. There we go.
Okay. Now, had you heard before joining, obviously, the group, had you
Hmm.
heard a nice amount of the other MCs from Ill State at that time?
No. And the
No.
reason that I say that is because I was strictly like a walk-in.
Okay.
Coming back to the city from another state, you know, and then just my home girl from around the way just literally it was almost like God guided it
Okay.
for it to happen because it you know that's just the way that it happened. I didn't
Gotcha.
I didn't know anybody until I met KX and then I found out that he rapped Then I met Surf and KX at the same time.
Gotcha.
So yeah. And then once I got in the room with the rest of them, I'm like, wow, I was wild. I was wild myself,
Wow.
and I was
Yeah.
just glad that this group of talented guys, they liked me.
Yeah.
And not for what I was wearing, but for
Right.
what I was saying.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let the skills speak for themselves.
Right. Exactly.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hmm.
That's what's up. Well, I'm sure that, as that recruitment took place, I'm sure that they can look back on that. Not only the crew members from Ill State, but the city of Chicago can really be thankful and honored to have you come into the fold to do your thing. Because again, I think Chicago is tough.
Yes.
Chicago and its crews are tough.
Hmm.
And people, like you say, no matter what gender or color
Yeah.
or area you come from, we're gonna let you know.
If you gonna spit it, come with it. Stop talking shit like a critic and come with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's because when we listen to artists, like we listen to HBK taught us.
Hmm.
And when we listen to those artists on HBK, that's how they came.
Hmm.
They was, LL Cool J made me go to the dictionary to look up words because I was like, he just said the word perpetrator.
Right.
What does that mean?
Excuse me. Hmm.
I gotta look that
Yeah.
up. You know what I'm saying? And he made it rhyme with another word.
Right. So it's like not only did it rhyme, it made sense. He brought it back around and everything. And so I mean, I like an intelligent hard bar.
Yeah. And then the other thing is Chicago, or not just Chicago, but a lot of artists from the 80s, we were
Hmm.
about vocabulary.
Yeah.
That was the thing of the 80s. It was about, you couldn't come with no bozo rap. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? You had to come with some lyrics, and it had to make sense. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And the more it made, and like you said, drills. That was a big
Yeah.
part. That was a big
Yeah.
part of that was a big part of the Chicago development.
Yes.
We drilled on each other just to kind of hone in on our skills.
Right.
And then we had to get ready because we had to be ready for battles, and we wanted stuff to be played, even though none of us at that time had a record deal. We wanted
Right.
our stuff to be on the radio. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And it was HBK that did that for many of
Yes. Yes, indeed.
us.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, so just to let people know that it was today. Sometimes it's a little questionable with the
Hmm.
way people rap today, and things of that nature. And obviously the industry is in the picture now, and so it's a whole. And now independence is in the picture, and that's a whole different game. But in the early days, you had to really practice and really, like you say, hone your skills to develop. Because
Hmm.
then also you had to get ready to, when you got ready to do a show, it was about show performance.
Yes.
You didn't just get up there and be a dull person holding a mic. You had to engage the audience, mic control.
Right.
That's a whole performance. What is the word I'm looking for? Like in other words, it's almost etiquette. It's almost like etiquette.
Hmm.
You have to have proper etiquette when you go out to eat.
Yeah.
Here's a fork, here's a spoon.
Right.
You don't just take your fingers and start eating your food with your
Right.
hands, right?
Right.
Proper etiquette, right?
Right.
So stage performance and all of that, audience contact, you know what I'm saying? All
Right.
of that makes up a good show.
Right. It's the protocol. That's why I said it definitely was development. It wasn't just
Yeah,
like us getting together and hotboxing a bunch of blunts and just
yeah,
saying anything that came to mind. Like we were really uh skill sharpening, and like doing a show.
yeah,
And we was like, we probably was harder on each other than the crowd ever was on us. But you were gonna be as close to perfect as you could get.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
that just became, that's just was the ill state way. It was so crispy, so clean. When you seen the chamber get up there, they show was crispy and clean. D to the S show crispy and clean. EC Iller show crispy and clean. You could tell them boys put that work in.
Yeah.
On the practice time, because I think that's where it happens. We have a lot of people that think they can just wing things. You think you could just jump into the pot and start cooking, don't even know what ingredients to put in there, how much seasoning to put in there. You just, and then there's no flavor.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just think that we need to get originality back.
Yes.
Instead of us trying to rap as a collective, where's the individuality in it? Because what I would like to see these new young ladies give me another 5 Deadly Venom Sprite commercial, since I couldn't be in one. Because that was really like my goal. By the time we got there, and I'm watching Eve and all them girls go at it like that, 5 Deadly Venom style, like I imagine myself there every time I seen the commercial, and I would just really like to see that energy of feminine in this game again.
Yeah,
no doubt. That protocol, that etiquette.
Okay.
Yep.
What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna actually take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and we'll pick up where we left off. All right. So let's do that real quick.
Hey, yo, legends, where y'all at? We got a mission.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 7. Enough is enough.
fireworks burst every night without a patriotic soul in sight.
Time's running out. Time's running out.
You can't teach what you don't know. You feel me? You feel me?
It's all so useless.
A lot of people use the term hip-hop, and they use the term hip-hop as rap music.
Stop the violence.
Whoop your kid. Whoop your kid. Whoop your kid. Whoop.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Welcome back to the RYC Live Show, and we have our special guest, Devilla Tha Duchezz. And
Can you dig it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I just was thinking, as we are in this moment right now, how important it is while we are still alive and breathing to really make chess moves, because chess moves require thought.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
And that's actually, shout out to my brother Kingdom Rock. He's over there at the museum right now.
Yes.
And they do game night at the museum.
Mm-hmm.
Play cards, chess, whatever your game of choice is, right?
Right.
And I think that's a good thing to be able to have, especially today, to we need some stuff to kind of condition our minds and keep it away from all the negative things and connotations that pop up because of this world that we live in. Social media is good, but it's also a beast in a way to kind of help continue to stir up negative stuff, right?
Right.
So, hip hop has always kind of, for me, definitely been very therapeutic.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you say, like a safe haven.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It kept us sharp. It kept us in shape. You know what I'm saying? And just a lot of positive qualities, more positive than negative, right?
Right.
And so, I'm just thinking, I'm sitting here thinking as I'm listening to you talk, I'm thinking about how much hip hop has actually influenced us and actually made us a better woman or a better man.
Yes.
And so I like for you to kind of elaborate on your experience in terms of what hip hop has done for you over the course of your life.
Okay, well, I mean, I always say, I know we hear a lot of people say, hip hop saved their lives, but when I say that, I literally mean it because there was like within joining Ill State, like I was going through a lot of stuff personally with losing my mom and stuff like that, so I could have easily strayed, to go anywhere, but I was able to. What I used to say, walk through the jungle, and go and do my hip hop thing, get my positivity, put that covering over me, and then go right back to the jungle and go home. And these same people that I had to walk through, they let me through with ease because they understood that, hey, we want you to go because you're good. We want you to go. We don't want you to stand here. We want you to go. So, it was like, it was the village, because for me, it was like either the streets or hip hop. I chose hip hop. Thank you.
Go.
And Kingdom Rock, no, I love him because I think I worried him. Because I was young, I was loud, I was something else. And he'll tell you, but he kept me in line. He kept me in line, and he also helped me to find my way a lot.
Gotcha.
Me being with my baby, because my son was in a couple of the videos, because he had to come with me, so it's just like without it, I don't know what story that I would be sitting here telling today, or if I would be here to tell a story, honestly. So yeah, and the conditionings of hip hop has definitely helped me out a lot to stray away from the trouble that awaited a young lady in my situation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a picture I'm gonna pull up with you with some of the members from the crew. at a very
Okay.
iconic spot over in Hyde Park. I want you
Mhm.
to talk about this a little bit, this day, or
Okay.
just your experiences with coming to this space.
Okay. Oh, that was the video shoot for the Ill State, the second Ill State album. I think we probably hadn't seen each other in a while.
Okay.
We hadn't seen each other in a while, so it was a reunion and a strengthening.
Hmm.
I think it was a nice day out there too.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
that's the Terror Dome.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go. Yeah.
yeah, yep. That is where we had a lot of important times, a lot of structural lessons there through rhyme.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
through art, through hip hop, all the elements because they were all there. And
Okay.
I got exposed to things that I probably wouldn't have known about it otherwise. So
Okay.
I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to have been accepted to be able to see it up close and personal.
Yes. Now,
Mhm.
here's another shot. I like this image that captured the way this image was captured of you.
Mhm.
Um, but this was a very, this was sub T,
Mhm.
and but tell the people, anyone that's unaware of what this
Mhm.
event was, can you talk about a little bit of your experience being connected to this actual event?
Yes, this was. I still love her.
Hmm.
Uh, so dope. Like one of the dopest ideas ever. And I can remember them when they were getting ready to do their first show. I actually was a part of that.
Okay.
And just watching them pick the logo and stuff out, it was very empowering. It was very empowering to see that. And then I think I probably worked with I Still Love Her probably like 3 times. I did like three shows with them, and I also came out to like as many of them as I could. I just really, really, really enjoyed that. That specific picture. This was right after my cousin had passed, a
Mm,
close cousin of mine. So my eyes was I probably had been crying all day before that, but my cousin was one that encouraged me to keep writing, to keep
okay.
rapping, and told
Okay.
everybody that she knew what her cousin could do to you lyrically. Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go get my cousin. She'll out rap all y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I kind of dedicated the show to her, and yeah, it was good times. It was good times. It was trying times, but it was good times.
I
I
want
got
to.
a lot of love and support that night due to people knowing about the situation. So yeah.
I want to send a shout out uh, with all respect to
Hmm.
Lady Gemstar.
Yes, Lady
Uh,
Gemstar,
you know,
Alicia.
yes, yes. Actually,
Yeah.
I went to school with Alicia too.
Okay.
And at the time when I was in school with her, I didn't even know she was into hip hop, and
Mhm.
she might have not actually been fully into it at that point because I remember she used to walk around with a skateboard. you
Yeah.
know. And so, but it wasn't until years later that I found out, she was involved with hip hop, and I kind of missed that part because I was a little off the scene at the time. But I really want to thank Lady Jim Star and everybody else that was working with her to put that together because I
Yes.
feel I feel like women, uh, there was a time in Chicago. I can't speak for other cities, but in Chicago, we had a very low number of women involved,
Mhm. Mhm.
and it had a lot to do with many of us saying, it's not made for women, uh, and we, just the concerns of, this is a dirty game. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? As a
Mhm.
graffiti writer, you got to get dirty. It's
Mhm.
dangerous. As a break dancer, you got to get dirty. You can hurt yourself. And so just a lot of the elements were they had their challenges.
Mhm.
And most of the time when you see women in around any of us guys, it was one, either they was probably one of our girlfriends or they were
Right.
just being entertained.
Right.
So, and we wish that I remember at times when we had parties, it was mostly guys there than anything because
Mhm.
also another thing, women just wasn't into hip hop like we were.
Right.
So I was so glad to start to see more women come into the picture and come with
Yes.
and come with skills. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Come with
Yes.
either with the skills already or develop the skills.
Mhm.
Because now it could be a good interchange.
Yes. And
And
it's
so
so many dope ones, so much different, eclectic talent,
yeah,
beautiful souls. I mean, I enjoyed myself each and every time that I went, and like I worked with some of everybody. So I just want to shout out all the ladies that graced the stage, all the ladies that bust a move, all the ladies that drew something up real quick, and just all the ladies that are doing their things with a passion,
mhm,
with that passion,
yeah,
for hip hop.
yes.
Mhm.
Let's talk about this image. I thought this was a great shot of you.
Okay, that was now I'm not sure. I think this was at the Wicker Well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and this probably had been I think that this probably was the when I was with SSMG
Hmm.
and the first volume. I had a song on there called Royalty, and I
Ah,
believe that's what I was rapping at the time. I see my Brody back there giving me the face, and as far as I'm concerned, that's the highest level of respect that you can receive from another MC is that face on my brother right there. So when I saw this picture, I knew I was getting busy. I knew
right,
I was getting busy. Yeah, the whole
right.
mash shirt. I just came. I came to mash. Came to mash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's what's up. That's
Mhm.
like you say, much respect, much
Yes.
respect.
Yes.
Let's see here. Who we got this just checked in with a comment here. Uh Jones?
Mhm. Hey
Yeah.
Trish, how you doing, baby?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so obviously the Wicker Well. Now I never got a chance to go during that time because I was a little off the scene at the time. I had
Mhm.
gotten married and was kind of living the family life at that time.
Right.
And so, can you talk a little bit just about your experience with? Because I know there were a lot of people doing events during those years,
Mhm.
and we lost our brother IC. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? And I know there were some benefit parties done for him.
Mhm.
So can you talk a little bit about that time and what it did for you as an artist?
Yeah. Well, I think every show is like a stripe.
Hmm.
You get a stripe every time. Uh, and I definitely enjoyed kicking it with IC.
Yes.
And then being able to have them to ask me to come and perform in his honor.
Yes.
That's another dope MC. Jack
Right.
Frost, that's like one of my favorite songs by him and Hangman.
Right.
Um, I think I did a couple of shows with Heck,
Okay.
and he rests in peace as well. Like I did so much with Shyrock. I probably did like at least twice, maybe three times a month with doing a Shyrock event. So it's just like I said, it's enlightening, it's brightening. I love it. I love my family. I love it when they call me out.
Hmm.
It just makes me feel great. It makes me feel like they know that I love them as much as they love me
That's what's up.
and what we're doing collectively with this hip hop.
That's what's
So
up.
I'm always down for the cause. Always. Those
Okay.
were those were I want to say it made me sharper.
Okay.
It made me sharper.
Okay.
So
Lady Jim
and it
Styles.
gave me like a little bit more of experience with performing
Okay.
because I was doing like maybe a lot of songs before.
Okay.
But then, like it was kind of like I left out, and then when I came back, I was doing a lot more performing. So people kind of got like a different side of me from what they had seen. They got a chance to see the animated, they got a chance to see the personality, what I'm saying, come out of me, as well as the voice. And then, oh, she's so short and cute, but my voice is like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Lady Jim Star say, appreciate the love. She was just like, hip hop brought us all,
Yes.
especially the
Yes.
ladies together, so,
Queen Pen Cypher.
yeah,
Hey, I
yeah,
still
yeah,
love her.
yeah,
It just one thing led to another. And that
yeah,
was another dope experience that I had with some dope ladies.
yeah. Also,
Hmm.
too, Mr. RYC Live says to tell you that we're still going to drop the song.
All right, I'm ready. Steady, are you ready? I'm ready.
So let's do this. I would love
Hmm.
to play some stuff.
Hmm.
When I listened to your album that dropped, because I'm also, I'm a serious hip hop collector.
Yes.
And so, I love, and I've been doing this for years. So I love to be able to hear people's projects. If they have a project where they got, multiple songs, I love to go through each one and kind of analyze and pick out favorites and, and just know that exists in our realm, right? And when I listened to your album, I really did enjoy the song you made called Royalty.
Okay.
For those that have not heard it, it's actually on Reverb Nation.
Mhm.
That's where I actually listened to the entire album.
Okay.
I don't know. Is it on any other platforms?
Uh, yeah, I know it was on everything once upon a time, but I think
Okay.
right now Reverb Nation might be. I think it might be on Apple and Amazon as well.
Okay.
Still,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So let's just play this for anyone that has not heard it.
Okay.
Hopefully you can enjoy this. We're going to go ahead and play the audio of this for a moment.
Let's go.
Witness royalty in your possession. The Duchess of the ghetto without a question. Truth serum and reality is what I serve. Always aiming to strike a nerve. So wait no longer. Devilla has arrived. Coming from where only the strong survive. Chat-town, USA. Oh boy, who left the gate open? Lil' mama paint like an artist and I be stroking. So check me out, just let me get a listen. So you can get a taste of what it is you're missing. I rain down like great clouds, I spray crowds. Precipitate on you motherfuckers, I lay it down. Like Ball and JG, you cannot play me. You boys soft bones, fragile like a baby. I'm hype, it ain't no calming me down. We don't keep it on the shelf, we rather haul it around. All over town, just in case a nigga space. Garbage man in the alley to turn your face to waste. Steady pace, ride the beat like I'm fucking with him. Hip hop is my husband, every day I'm fucking with him. You probably wanna hit it, I'll probably give you some. No flip comes before my marriage, so don't play it dumb. Know your role and keep your mouth closed in. Grab the leaf out the bag and start rolling. So then, let me continue with the scripture. What I spit is gonna split you before it hit you, forget you. To all your haters and your style invaders, you're playing with yourself, child, you's a masturbator. And Joe, I got the flows, I'm up here with the pros. I'm Heron, I make you nod and fuck with your nose. So tilt your head back and sniff up all the drip. It's so major, sound scandal, fucking with a whip. From the hundreds to the low, ghetto, she from the go. I'm from the shy, but we ain't shy, just to let them know. Bow down, you in my presence, you merely just a peasant. Oh, do away with this heat, then watch your first impression. They call me Dutch, baby, I fucks them up, baby. Got shorty mad cause she didn't make the cut, baby. And it still don't stop. Ill state, throw it up, cause we still on top. We got heat for these niggas, so we still gon' rock. Plus, I'm on cop. Ain't no discussion when I'm bustin' like silicone titties. Come get it on with me, G, we doing that. And can't a motherfucker ruin that. I'm on you like a tack, gangster like blue and black. D off the rack with it, style is intact with it. Plotting the scheme and put Chicago on the map with it. From state to state, hood to hood, I make it black like Bernie Mac. I wish a motherfucker would pull it. I never started, but I finished the shit. In Mortal Kombat, I'm Kitana, I'ma finish the bitch. First round KO. Make the crowd scream, ayo. My thighs sticking up the bread and potatoes. So now I got you awake. Bet you didn't even notice that it ain't no break. First take, I'm bait, so I'm reeling them in. And I don't care if you think I'm a 1 or a 10. I'm a winner. I'm teaching new things to losers. I'ma beat your body, probably fuck around and snooze ya. Snoring, no more room on the board for scoring. Did you peep people falling to sleep because you're boring? Cuz, trying to act like you ain't know it was. Nigga, you hear the buzz, you feel the vibration. You see us coming, don't be running from the undertaking. We baking, steady flaming it up. While you boo and your crew just a laming it up. Officially it's D, you can't do it like me. You ain't gotta ask nobody to proof in the P. And that's pudding, nigga, I'm good, my nigga. I carry around a little wish you would, my nigga. In the shoe or the purse, get your memory spurts. I'm street savvy to the max with a feminine verse. You ain't never seen a chick like me. White beat, 5'3", big tits and feisty. Ice me, nigga. No diamonds, no gold, no pink, no yellow pimpin', I'm just cold. So freeze up, I never will ease up. Put your chrome, put your money, your home, your keys up. Bet I do it better to pursue the cheddar. And if you knew me long enough to screw me, ain't it wetter? I seem to get them every time when I hit them with that line. So ladies, rock your hips on them, give them a good grindin'. Then push them back like a fucked up blind. And I'm flame, you gotta throw some water in the game. So don't compare me, cause me and that chick is not the same. On no level, move around like a bike pedal. I start to metal, she start to settle. That's the way it usually goes down in the ghetto. We crazy. The streets make it hard to act like a lady. Trying to keep up with the daddy of your baby. Working with all of the maybes. That's why my mind work overtime. All the time. I hear you talking, but I'm making niggas give me mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard that shit.
Devilla.
Straight out the horse's mouth.
Devilla.
Yeah, right, you a fool, nigga.
Enjoy the album.
So, sexy. Talk about that.
Okay, that's sexy is equals thug plus sexy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I guess I had to find a way to say what I had to say without people telling me how I needed to dress, without people telling me what I needed to speak about. That's the reason why it's the hoodie me looking into the mirror at the corset me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the corset me is there, but the fierce and fabulous is who I really am. So that was just kind of giving you the duality of me, of Devilla.
Mm-hmm.
And the songs, you have some that are thug, you have some that are sexy. I got some with substance, like an actual concept, and then you just got your jive talking. I tried to give all of that. I hear in my voice somebody who's ready to go. That young lady was just really excited to finally be getting her chance to speak, getting her chance for her voice to be heard as Devilla.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As I listened to that, I listened to it a couple times because it, I love compositions put together like that. The beat, who did the production on that?
Riot,
of course.
Riot won. I'm going to say, yeah, Riot did all the. I think he did all the songs except for 2 on there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. It was definitely moving. It was a type of. It almost reminds me of taking a road trip, and you got to have some music to kind of keep you activated as you drive. That's the kind of stuff that I like to drive off of,
Right.
But it was well put together. I mean, your wordplay, the delivery, you know what I'm saying? It was one of those things that it sounds like a success story too, because like that beat, that track was like almost like a workout. Like, like how some people like to have certain music to work out to. you know, to achieve a goal. Maybe you training for a
Mhm.
marathon or a bike race or whatever, and you know you need
Right.
some motivating music.
Right.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's what that
Mhm.
remind me of. You know, it almost
Yeah. Well,
sounded like
thank you.
it almost sounded like like boxing material. You know,
Yes.
like I'm getting ready to prepare for a fight. You know what I'm saying? The way that track was made and the way you
Yeah.
lace your lyrics around it, it just, you know,
Yeah.
it kind of
So it's
sounded
like
like,
upon hearing it, you know, because he let me hear the beat first,
uh-huh,
and once I started writing, because with me it's like, you know, some people make their title, say it's gonna be a title, and then you go ahead and rap. But me, I'm like, so my style of writing is so unorthodox. I kind of like put the pen on the paper, you know, and let the universe handle the rest.
yeah,
So that's your analogy is perfect because that's the reason why it wasn't a break. That's when you got them in the corner. That was the whole rope a dope. That was
yeah,
rope a dope. That's why it was
yeah,
no break.
yeah,
And then when I got them so far along, I asked them. I bet you didn't even notice that it wasn't no break.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, you
all
know,
punches, all punches.
yeah, there you go, there you go. You know, to the point to where brother get hit so much, he just might as well just fall
Right.
out. You know, ding,
Right.
ding, 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 fight over.
Mhm. I applaud your endurance, but go ahead. Go ahead and lay there.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know,
Excuse me.
okay, let's pull up some more of these images here because I know you had mentioned this when we talked over the phone.
Mhm.
And can you reiterate on this a little bit deeper?
Okay,
This was
so the title is,
one
of
of the
course,
earlier this was one of the earlier projects, right?
yes. This was like the prelude to Dexy.
Okay.
I think Riot might have produced. It was hosted by Riot, and he probably produced like one song on there, but it was a mixtape material. So this was just me taking on some industry beats. And during the time that I put this all out, the mixtape thing was really hot. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and try to see if I can reel me in a little bit more audience if I jump on some of these industry beats. So I just made sure that I tried to pick uh challenging beats, ones that I knew I hadn't heard females on before.
Hmm.
Um, and Breast of the Best, of course, speaks for itself because where I come from.
Hmm.
I actually have a bar from one of my old songs that says the only assassin with breasts,
Mm. Right.
which was the truth at the time. So the
Right.
breast of the best, I am, you know, the breast of the best. The best of these guys are the best, and I'm the breast.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
of the
Interesting.
best.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, mixtapes definitely were, you know, so that was I like how that was put in there because yeah, mixtapes were a big thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I remember that, especially in the '90s.
Mhm.
You know, especially back when we still had record stores. You know,
Right.
you go to the record
Mhm.
store, you know, you buy your records, you buy your cassettes,
Right.
and then obviously CDs came into the picture, and so that was a big commodity back then. You know,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
got a chance to see like that with working with D to the S, working with EC, working with the chamber. I got a chance to see them do a lot of press,
yeah,
do a lot of stuff like that. You know, I got a chance to experience that through them.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. So here's a nice shot of you performing. Again, this is what Sub T,
This
or
is
is it somewhere else?
no, this is another I Still Love Her show. This is actually
Oh,
my birthday show. This is April
oh,
13th.
okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
did. They gave me an hour.
okay,
Yeah, and I danced with them for
okay.
the whole 59, 59. And you see, I had my hype girls in the background, which are also like two of my closest friends. I call them my sisters. You know,
Right.
friend is not a big enough word for what those ladies mean to me.
Wow.
That's Giovanna and that's Donnie. Donnie
Okay.
is actually sings very well, and Donnie has actually been on she's got her voice out here as well. She's been on a couple of things.
Okay.
She always come through to sing. So this was a good night for me because it was my birthday.
Wow.
Yep, it was
Wow.
my birthday, and I got to do what I love on my birthday.
Nice.
The first song that I recorded, my first professional song when I was with Ill State, I recorded that on my 16th birthday.
Wow. Wow.
I'm doing Rep Your City live the week of my birthday. This is dope. Everything's dope. You see how the stuff just come together for
Yeah.
me like that.
Yeah. Hey,
Yep.
by divine.
Mhm. Hey.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I thought this
Mhm.
was cool because this was a show. Obviously, I didn't get a chance to go to this, but to
Mhm.
actually have a ticket to kind of show, let me just move the this off so we can see it a little bit better.
Mhm.
To have a ticket with the date and the name, the venue, even
Mhm.
a general admission cost on there, is so relevant, to kind of like highlight the legacy of your career, basically.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? This was 2012.
Yes.
Do you remember this night?
Yes, I do. It was a hot summer night, and we went in there and made it hotter. Somebody get him a water bottle. But yeah, that was a good night, and promotion is everything.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, they
Yes.
they don't know about it if you don't talk about it.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
That's true. Yeah. What were some of the? What would say if you think back over the years? What would be one of your favorite shows that you've done over the years that you performed at?
I'm gonna say my favorite shows that I've done. And I don't want to keep sounding like a broken record, but the I Still Love Her show, just because the meaning that was behind that,
Gotcha.
and because I was a part of the first show from when they like jumped off the porch with everything, watching them like hey, we're gonna go out here and do this for the first time, to it becoming like a way of life
Uh
for a
huh.
little while. So
Okay.
yeah, the I Still Love Her, all of those.
Okay.
All three of my times with I Still Love Her. And I want to say the ladies that I Still Love Her paid me. A lot of people don't like to give you no money for your skills.
Yeah.
Them ladies paid me every time I graced their stage.
That's what's up.
Yep.
That's what's up. That's what's
Mhm.
up. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So here's another image here that was this a project?
This was promo for the SSMG website.
Okay.
So where we had our own little spaces with me and the rest of the guys that was in the crew at the time, with our information and music list up under.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
And I was going for the whole boss chick look.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
with the pink pearls and the lace top under the blazer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at
Definitely.
me, but don't get too close.
Right. 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 Watch out now.
Yeah. She's the boss. She's the boss.
Right. Right. Right.
Yes.
So did you have any concern about uh like I know you mentioned, earlier about being nervous at times, but
Mhm.
did that subside eventually? Obviously it did, but
Yes.
like in other words, did your place come to where you was like you were at that plateau where you felt like I have my own space
Yes.
in this game here now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm
Well,
gonna say that definitely came with my first album. That
okay.
definitely came with that, because I got a chance to do, whereas maybe I might have been a feature
Uh-huh.
or a part of the audience, this was on me. And this was finally a chance for me to show who I was, my creativity, my ideas, things of that nature. So yeah, definitely the best ride was that.
Okay.
And it also helped me plant my feet in the concrete of knowing that this is definitely something that I could do for a long time. I'm
Mhm.
getting a little gray up here, but my pen is not gray.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
so purple.
Right.
I look up here and I got a grandbaby now.
Yeah.
And we'll be making up songs one day
That's what's up. That's what's up.
if I got
So
anything to do with it.
right. So
Right.
talk a little bit. I was looking at this image too here,
Hmm.
and under at the bottom of the image it talks about behind the scenes of its cracking video shoot.
Yes. And
So
that was a video off of the Sexy album. It's Cracking was like a party song, fun loving song. Uh, and I was just getting prepared there. I was at CIM Studios at the time doing
okay,
that.
okay,
Yeah. And Taki had shot that video for me.
okay,
Hmm.
okay. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Probably like the highlight of that was, and I just want to put this out there. You know how they try to say that female artists are so much, because we have to get our hair done, nails done, things of that nature. I brought my girls with me,
Hmm.
and when I tell you, I had one on my hair, I had
Hmm.
one on my makeup, I had one zipping up my shoe. I mean, they treated me like a queen that day and made sure that I looked good. And when I tell you, it didn't cost the label anything. My glam
Okay.
squad was right there with me and more than happy to do that. So, don't believe the hype about that. You
Okay.
know, don't believe the hype about that, especially somebody that's trying to get it done. When you're trying to get it done, you're gonna make it happen. And everybody got a homegirl that do hair and makeup.
Right.
Everybody.
Right.
Hmm.
That's
So
that's
it can happen. That's the point of all. That was the point of that brand. It can happen, and it doesn't have to be like $1 million
right.
at all.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So
Hmm.
let's talk a little bit about the business. I mean, like again, I think about how this thing has changed, specifically the rap element.
Hmm.
Because again, when we first started doing it for the New Yorkers, they started in the '70s. A lot
Hmm.
of us in Chicago started in the '80s, but there was no industry for us per
Right.
se right here in Chicago. So
Hmm.
it was something that we did because we loved it, right? So
Right.
it wasn't about making money. We didn't do this for the
Right.
money. We didn't start to
Right.
do it for the money or none of that,
Right.
right? We did it because we loved it and we did it
Right.
for the artistry, right? But then as
Hmm.
the '90s flipped over, now the industry was kind of moving full force ahead, right? And now
Hmm.
people were like, man, how do I get signed?
Hmm.
People were putting together demo tapes and shopping around to try to get on, right?
Hmm.
And of course that's when even some of our artists started kind of breaking through, like Common and Twista, Ten
Hmm.
Trey, and so on and so forth. But
Hmm.
still, a lot of artists from Chicago was not getting a break.
Hmm.
So, and that's why I think when I think about independent artists, for me in Chicago, I think about Ill State so much
Hmm.
so because I remember I think it was Riot that called me up because we were close.
Hmm.
And I remember him telling me about them doing a video shoot.
Hmm.
He was like, "Man, you want to come down and be in a video shoot?" And I'm like, "Man, of course." You know, and this was when they was the chamber, and
Hmm.
just being a part of that, somebody that
Hmm.
that's doing their thing, and to just be to share that experience,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, it was an honor, and I remember it was an abandoned building,
Yeah.
and we had some spray paint, and I actually wrote. I did a little quick throw up on the wall that said Chicago,
Hmm.
and every time I see that picture, I think about that whole experience with being a part of that, right?
Was it the Hood Thing video?
Yep.
Hmm.
The hood thing, yep. So,
Yeah.
and just everybody in Ill State that were doing their thing. It was the first time I had actually witnessed a conglomerate of people that was so talented and yet busy, busy
Yeah.
doing stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like to the point to where, I was getting stuff in the mail,
Hmm.
promos and stuff like that, and I was keeping up with what EC was doing, D to the
Hmm.
S,
Hmm.
everybody that was busily doing what they was doing, I was just like, man, this. I felt like there was gonna be an explosion.
Right.
And so I'm just glad that at some point and then the whole thing with Naughty by Nature, excuse me 1 second. Let me hold on 1 second.
Okay. Oh, Naughty by Nature. What's up, Rep Your City? I hope everybody's feeling pretty tonight. Y'all excuse me.
All right, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay, so I was just thinking that was just a great experience that I cherish, even though again we didn't achieve some of the greater things that we wanted to do, but at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, just going through the experience of what we did experience was a
Yeah.
great honor.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it's just like I guess experience is the best teacher. I don't think it's anywhere around that. And if it's a good experience, if it's a learning experience, then hey, I'm just happy for the times. I'm
right,
definitely happy for the times.
right, right.
Hmm.
So what
And
would you?
all the good music that came out of that.
Right, right, right. So
Because
what
you
would?
do know that I'm that's in the chamber song. They say it's a hood thing. Then
Mhm.
somebody say make it understood.
Right.
That's me.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
for
Mrs.
sure.
Make It Understood. That's what I was for a very long time.
Right.
I just, man, she was just such a torn child, but a happy child because she was able to do what she loved and
Right.
just the art is life saving. It really
Yeah.
is. Art
Yeah.
is life saving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
What would you like to say to again, because again, like I say, this whole thing has changed, and now
Hmm.
we're in 2024,
Right.
and obviously, you don't have to have a record deal to put out music and to
Right.
to, to acquire followers and
Hmm.
things of that nature. People are doing it right within the comfort of their homes or whatever resources that they have.
Right.
People can have studios right in their cribs
Hmm.
or whatever, and they're able to put out content. Set up
Right.
your YouTube channels and things of that nature, and just build followers from it. What would you like to say to anybody that's trying to tap into this thing and move forward? What would be your words of advice to them today?
I would just say that what you're passionate about, stick to it. You know, be consistent. Stay on top of your business. Be as much of a business person as you are an artist. Um, I would just say follow your dreams and kind of put your feet firmly into your dreams and walk in it
Right.
and walk in it. There will be obstacles. There'll be people that'll tell you no. There'll be situations that you feel like you can't get around. But I think staying consistent within your passion and keeping your feet planted firmly into your dreams, that you can't do anything else but walk forward. So I would just say keep going. Keep going. No
Right.
no no turning back if you can help it.
Right.
But if you're turning back, hope you just turning back to politely wave goodbye. Gotta
Yeah.
keep gotta keep stay firm in what it is that you believe in, because it's like we have so many people that could get pushed this way and pushed that way by certain situations, and then it doesn't have anything to do with what they really want.
Yeah.
So to me, it's all about what's in here. If you really want to find that happiness, only you can make that happiness happen for yourself. And if it's music, in this industry, then make sure you bring it original too.
Yeah.
We don't need another him or her. We
Right.
need somebody different, and
Yeah.
and we need that to keep happening until we got diversity in the game again.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hear the same MC in 1,000 of them.
Right.
I can hear the same MC 1,000 times, but I don't want to hear the same MC and 1,000 people. Just to make that, just to make sure I make that clear.
Right. Right.
Yeah, because it was just way too important not to mock anybody. Not to we called it bite. You were supposed to do your own thing and make your thing your thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting that you say that because that diversity, that originality is definitely missing big time today because people are copycats.
Mhm.
People are too used to what's normal,
Mhm.
because it's safe. When you listen to the story of Rakim, he
Mhm.
talks about his flow was so different during the time he came out. And I remember when I first heard Rakim, he came out with a song in 1986 called My Melody.
Mhm.
My Melody. And when I
Mhm.
heard that, I didn't even know who he was at the time, but that song resonated, because
Right.
we heard it on HBK, right?
Mhm.
And when they played it, I was just like, it was doom, 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 doom. And
Mhm.
Rakim came in with that flow. I'm like, who is this? Like who is this? And then HBK would play it again and again and again. And I'm like, man, whoever this guy's dope,
Mhm.
And I remember drawing off of that song a lot, practicing, my graffiti letters in the crib while listening to that song. And who knew that some years later that he was going to be kind of looked at as one of the MCs that kind of changed the game.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? With the way he flew. And when you hear his story, because he said that they didn't want him to rap like that. They kept telling
Right.
him, in fact, MC Shan, because he was MC Shan was there and they was all like telling him, even Marley Marl, they was like,
Mhm.
you too relaxed. You need to
Right.
be a little bit more up tempo, right?
Right.
He was just like, he said, y'all rap the way y'all rap. Can y'all let me rap the way I want to rap?
And it works.
It worked.
And it works. And it works.
Yeah. So, and now people look back in hindsight and they're happy that they allowed him to do what he did because it did.
Yes.
It kind of revolutionized the whole idea of being original and different.
Yes. Yes. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's what you should do. And young ladies, keep your clothes on. That do not make your raps any better because your clothes is off.
Yeah.
Pull them britches up, young
Right.
men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you like auntie.
Right.
But it's like I just would like to see a little bit more dignity, a little bit more pride, a little bit more diversity, because we got some good kids out here.
Yeah.
We got some good kids out here that's doing it, but they're kind of being overshadowed by the repetition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I agree.
And what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over again. No. That's one thing about like raising a hip hop kid, if you will. Like my son, he always came to get my opinion for what it was that he was doing, and I was always honest with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna, coddle you because you my child. If the bar was weak, I'm like, no, son, you gonna have to go back to the lab on that one.
Right.
But I rarely had to say that because it was almost like him bringing me his homework. He was gonna make sure that it was correct because he saw how serious that I took it.
Yeah.
Which in turn made him have the same passion.
That's dope. That's
Mhm.
dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
And the fact that we have actually gotten to that point to where now we have kids and grandkids and for those that has gotten, picked up the baton, so to speak, to kind of carry it on,
Right.
they value our work.
Yes.
And that's so important because again, like you say, when they can look at their mother or father and say, hey, my mom or my dad was a cold MC, or a cold whatever element they practice that, and
Right.
if that's the lane that they want to follow in, you know what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
The blueprint is already there.
Yeah. See, because that's another thing that a lot of us didn't have. We didn't have fathers and mothers that was into hip hop. You know, in
Right.
fact, many of us, like my mother, couldn't stand hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
know, because it was new and it was foreign. So,
Yeah.
and in many cases, they didn't even think it was going to last. They's like, that's cool. That's here today, and it'll be gone tomorrow. You know, and now
Yeah.
we 2024, and it's still, what now?
Right. And I hear a lot of people say that, but my mom, being like the flower child that she was born in 1957. So my mother actually she actually put hip hop right in my lap by buying me those tapes.
Mm,
Especially when she saw that I had a passion with it and that I could do it too. She
mm.
definitely started pushing the good stuff in my face. And my
That's
mom was like a huge Funkateer, like Funkadelic. She loved Funkadelic and Parliament. So it
yeah,
was only right that she was going to enjoy hip hop once it came out.
yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and she would always, like the way they were sampling the old and making it new, like the reinvention of that. She was all for that. So
That's
my
what's
mama bought me like some of my first hip hop tapes that I had.
that's what's up. That's
Yep,
what's up. Yeah, and
yep.
kids need that. Kids need that
Mhm.
support. They need that nurturing, that support, that encouragement. That hey,
Yes,
you can do it. Be good
yes.
at it. And whatever, even financially, whatever a parent can do to help a child kind
Mhm.
of nurture their talent or their artistry
Yes.
in the lane that's if that's what they really want to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, like
So
cause I know I talked to my grandma. She's about 85 years old, and she asked me, "You still do your music with Ill State?" My grandma remember Ill State, so that's how much it meant to me. I had them people in the house waiting in line to use the bathroom, until I got my lines perfect, cause that's where I used to go right at.
yeah, that's what's up.
Have a line waiting for the bathroom, but the whole family was like, "Let Shanice get finished. Let her get finished. She got a show tomorrow. Let her get finished." Yeah, so
Yeah,
the support definitely helps everything.
that's what's up.
You know,
That's what's up. That's what's
everything.
up. Well, listen, we're going to conclude, but before we do, we're going to show one video that you were actually featured in,
Okay.
the Queen Pen Cipher, right? The
Yes.
I Still Love Her edition.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, and I just want to say, thank you once again for all your contributions. I
Yes.
think they are all of our contributions are important, whether we think differently or not.
Right.
But everybody's contribution is a brick. It's a brick in the
Mhm.
foundation.
Right.
And in order to have a building, you got is made up of the bricks that's put into the foundation to make it a structure. And
Exactly.
and so every brick is important.
Yes.
Every time you
Yes.
remove a brick, now that foundation gets weaker and weaker,
Right.
and eventually, what happens? It's just going to
It
collapse.
falls apart.
Yeah. so
Major collapse.
yeah, so I think if we took that and understood that concept and approach more, we will begin to understand the importance of how all of us are needed and all of us are important. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Just because you might have 5 bricks and I only got 1 brick doesn't mean that my 1 brick is not important as much as your 5 are. You know what I'm
Amen.
saying?
Yes. I think I needed to hear that, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Because at the end of
Yeah.
the day, they all those bricks are relevant. So,
Mhm.
so again, if we keep that in mind, we'll begin to understand that wow, hey, you know what? Let's keep all the bricks in place because we don't want the structure to come tumbling down.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's what's happening with a lot of stuff. Businesses,
Mhm.
friendships, what have you, they're falling down because we're removing the bricks, maybe feeling
Right.
inadequate or whatever.
Mhm.
Maybe because we're not upkeeping. You got to take care of a building too. You
You
know.
definitely do. Maintenance is important. Maintenance is important.
So let's see. I think we had another comment come in. Oh, okay. So that's Brother Die. He says, dope interview. Ill for life. Yeah.
Ill for
Yeah.
life.
Thank you, my brother. We appreciate that.
Yes.
So, in conclusion, what would you like to say? Any shouts out to
Well,
anybody?
I would just like to shout out the whole entire Chicago hip hop, past, present, future.
Mhm,
I love you all. I just love what these young ladies are doing now.
mhm,
I love what those young ladies was doing then. Those young ladies that came before me. Um, my family, my friends, my real friends. We want to make sure we put that in there. You know, everybody that follow me on my social media, all my Facebook homies, my Facebook cousins, nieces and nephews. I want to shout y'all out, and I definitely just want to say rest in peace to my homegirl Tanisha Reynolds. That was one of my childhood friends. She got her angel wings not too long ago. So, and she was also another one who used to love to hear me get down. So that's the reason why I mentioned her right now.
Okay.
Shout out to Rick Live. Shout out to you, the Chicago Heritage Museum. I mean, just everything about my city. I'm in love with it, like Italian beef dipped with cheese. You feel me? Chicago.
Speaking of which, for those that have not been there, can you just briefly summarize your experience at the Chicago Hip Hop Heritage Museum?
From the time I walked in, I was just like, wow. I was like a little kid, really, and just looking at everything, all the memories, all the nostalgia. I really love the shell toe in the box with the LED light. Like that was my favorite. I had to make sure I got a flick by it.
Okay.
But I mean, just proud. Definitely proud of my city. Happy that my face is on the wall in there, you know, and just saying my brothers and sisters who contributed so much to this game getting the recognition that they should get. And how quick everything is catching on, because everything makes sense, and then when you come in, it's put together so nicely. So shout out to you all for caring enough, you know, to build that house for us.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you for allowing us to, because you know we work based on the contributions that you all have put in. So that's what keeps us busy.
Yes.
So much respect, you know, much love, and we're gonna actually go ahead and show this video. So I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay.
Let me just take this off for those that have not seen this video. We're gonna share it. Let me just do this. Okay, take that off. All right, so we're gonna share the screen here. Okay, and see here, queen pin there. All right, so let's do this. Let's go.
That's right. She came out here to rock with us. Ice the Lover. Today.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Queen Pen Cypher, the Ice the Lover edition. My name is Lady Gemstar. We got some of the best MCs out of Chicago. We got David K. Taylor. We got Crystal Lejeune. We got Devilla Tha Duchezz. But we also got Lady T right here with us. Beat by DJ Allo. Come on.
Now all hail, mighty mademoiselle. I was a half a spark to a whole hell. I'm out here trying to push my art like it's wholesale. I'm murderous, you should snitch, you should go tell. Hey yo, what's 50,000 to a nigga like Jay? What's a tidal wave to an ex-slave? Hey yo, download my gallery, trying to earn a salary. Hustling like Sally Mae since I was born. I had the doctor screaming boom my yeah. See, I'm the coldest and I ain't even cold yet. I'm at the beach, ain't that a bitch still getting my toes wet. Madam Taylor, cussing like a sailor on a yacht though. Gold all up in my watch, hickory dickory dock. If a queen can be a thought, a king can be a knot though. Don't come for the queens then. Orange will be the new black, I ain't teasing. It's alright, brethren. All for be forgiven. Just get on your knees and start begging and bring a few purrs of leggings. Yo, without me, they lost. Running around, chicken head, cut don't sleep, you know who run it, mama the boss. Look to her when they hungry, cause I feed them the truth. They latched on Netflix, sweet, directly from the source. No choice but to grow up healthy. A chapter and an apple a day kept them off me. Mind, body, and soul control the ether beneath the rotten the wings of love. Against all odds, release the doves cried. I asked why nothing could tame her. Grief is love and anger. Didn't try to save her, you tried to shame her. Switched it up on them, what do you know? Got it right with the speed of light. You doubted it though. Might be a fight, but somebody gotta do it. Soaking up the game fluid. Got me juiced up, I'm spruced up and not for the casket though. Better know I'm everlasting, bro. Yo,
plays for days. If you watch it, causes motion sickness. You like my flow? I know it's mainly because it's so ridiculous. I'm a real rhyme spitter, your utter's fictitious. Style malicious, got a lick because I'm so delicious. I finalized this, baby, there's no more additions. I got a rich flow right in my pro conditions. New edition, if it isn't love, it's probably pimping. You off the square, fam, safe to say I caught you slipping. Banana peels for you flipping monkeys. I'm a gorilla, so this shit I'm dropping extra funky. You wanna bump me with the volume turned up to the max? I still love hearing every rhyme over every track still. But I'm going in, boy, bring a friend, so I can show you how I penetrate the hearts of men. If I offend, so what? Cause I don't have a fuck to land. You want them bars locked tight, call a queen pen.
Alright, we ain't done yet. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some lady tizzle dizzle all up in it. Been a long time coming, yo, just getting started. QPM is only for the brave-hearted. OG status, mind on fleek. Queen pin music, haters need not speak. You can keep on dreaming, baby, we don't sleep. Got my third eye open 7 days a week. And older I get, the closer I get to the infinite wisdom of God. Yo, I've danced with the devil on many occasions, and both of them are working hard. I could never repay the Most High for my life, but I live every day with a purpose. They say many are called, only few will be chosen. Not easy, but it will be worth it. Let them know where you heard it. Hey yo, Queen Pen Cypher, I still love her. Queen Pen Cypher, I still love her.
Yes. So much fun that day. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I want to just say shout out to all the women that was a part of that project. That definitely was, you know, very encouraging to hear when I first seen it. You know, see it and hear it. You know, I was just like, oh wow. You know, and then it also makes you want to hear more. You know, when you see projects done like that, just like right now, we lost our brother K Slay, aka Desi Dez, the graffiti writer and MC and DJ from New York. You know, but before he died, the legacy that he left behind with what the body of work that he did, and him allowing the cipher with all these MCs getting on and showcasing just a little portion of their skills. You know what I'm saying? You know, like man.
I wish we could get us together to do something like that, because that's what I said. I would like to put a cipher together.
Yeah. We got some work to do. So it ain't it ain't over. You know, it's some things in work in progress, and we just got to you know get more excited for doing projects like that, because at the end of the day, you just never know. You know, the impact that it'll have in the nurturing and encouragement that it might be for another up and coming artist. Yeah. So once again, shout out to all the ladies that was a part of that whole production, and thank you once again, Devilla. You know, thank you for all your contributions and your continued work. And just know that it's not over. We still have some unfinished business to do. We're actually going to be doing. You know, Kingdom and I got to talk about this, and some of the other team members from the museum. But I would personally like to see us incorporate an induction ceremony, like they're doing induction ceremonies in New York right now with their museums, and museums are popping up all over the world now. But again, you know, it's our duty to kind of make sure that we give our flowers to those that have put in work that's still alive before it's too late. And you know, and I think that that's something that we need to keep more vigilant in our minds and in our hearts. That you know, hey, you know, let the ego stuff go, let whatever tribulations of the past or whatever, you know, let's build while we still can.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Agreed.
So much respect to you, my love, and you know,
all right.
You know, we will be in touch sooner than later.
Yes.
I'm going to send you the link to the show so that way you can share it. And
yes, I will.
You know, let people know whenever you get an opportunity to let people know about the show. If they'd like to become a guest on a future show, have them reach out to me. They can send us an email to ryclive@yahoo.com, and somebody from the team will be more than happy to try to book them for a future show on a future date. Okay.
All right.
Now, my brother, Mr. RYC Live, is still in the building.
Mhm.
And so he wants to chop it up with you backstage. So we're going to meet backstage.
Okay.
Right. This is not for all you viewers. So sorry, you can't participate in this, but we're going to meet backstage, to chop it up with you for a moment. But once again, we thank you. We appreciate you. And everyone that has tuned in, we thank you all for your continued
Yes, thank
support and
you.
love. And we'll be back again next week with another fresh episode of Fresh Fridays, Rep Your City Fresh Fridays. We're here each and every Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll be back again next week with another legend. She goes by the name of, I wonder, do anybody remember this sister? Because she goes way, 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 way back to the 80s. So we're gonna have, our sister, and you know what? I'm gonna wait because I don't even want to share her name right now. But look out for our sister next week, who's a legend from Chicago that's gonna be on the show, and she's gonna come with the goods as well. Thank you so much, Devilla.
Yes, indeed. All right, fresh.
I hope some of the other Ill State members will be able to watch this for anyone that didn't get a chance to tune in. But it's been an honor and a pleasure. Until next week.
I love y'all.
Yes, we love you too. And until next week, we will be back with another episode of Fresh Fridays. Rep Your City Fresh Fridays, everyone. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Share once again. And until then, we'll be back next week. Same time, same platform. Peace.